Hey, good afternoon. It's Friday, May 28th. Really great to have you here today. The thought for today and for tonight is going to be about Psalm 62. Read the first half right now, and then we'll look at the second half tonight. What this psalm does is it focuses on our attention needs to be on God. Not in other people, not in institutions, but on God. And those we associate with. We need to focus and have associations with folks who are focused on God, because that's our hope. David, as you know, was someone who faced a lot of persecution, a lot of trouble, a lot of strife. Some of it by his own hand, just like us, but some of it just because life in the world is hard. So in Psalm 62, David focuses on the sufficiency of what it means to know and trust God. I wait quietly before God, for my victory comes from him. He alone is my rock and my salvation, my fortress. I will never be shaken. So this first half of the psalm has three parts to it. Verses 1 and 2 and 5 and 6 are very similar in structure, which is very common in Hebrew poetry. And then this middle section, verses 3 and 4, talks about the things that David is distressed about, and the realities of life. So many enemies against one man, all of them trying to kill me. To them, I am just a broken down wall or a tottering fence. They plan to topple me from my high position. They delight in telling lies about me. They praise me to my face, but in their hearts, they curse me. That's kind of a picture of a lot of our relationships, isn't it? Well, we are not regarded as something that is valuable. We're regarded as something to be used and disregarded, or someone who has value only as we give service or help to someone else. And so David makes this brutally honest statement. People praise me to my face, but curse me in their hearts. It's very similar to Proverbs 27, where we read, faithful are the wounds of the friend, but the kisses of an enemy are profuse. And that's exactly what we see here played out in David's life. And then the second, the part that joins us together in verses 5 and 6, which fit with the first two verses, says this. It's very similar, but a couple of changes. Let all that I am wait quietly before God, for my hope is in him. He alone is my rock and my salvation, my fortress. I will not be shaken. So in verse 1, it says, my victory comes from him. Verse 5 says, for my hope is in him. Because hope is something that endures. Hope is something that is connected to a relationship with God, which we have right now, for the moment, for tomorrow, for the immediate future, and on into eternity. My hope is in him. He alone is my rock and my salvation. I will never be shaken. What David is arguing for here, urging us to do, is to be quiet before God. Evaluate who we are, what we are, in light of God's faithfulness to us. Not in light of the criticisms of other people, not in light of the praises of other people, but in light of the faithfulness of God to you and to me. Because he is the only one that matters. He alone is our hope. He alone is our fortress. And what we can take away from these passages is we need to make decisions, not out of the heat of passion, but out of a quiet heart before God. And as I'm thinking quietly before God, especially when I have momentous things to think about, challenges ahead of me, I need that quiet heart. I need to be able to trust him, have faith in him. These words, he alone is my rock. He is my hope. He's the one that I trust in. Only in God. Yes, other people are important. Relationships are important. But the relationship that's important is where you are with God. Because he knows you, he cares for you. And he alone is the one who takes you and has made you perfect in Christ. And that's our hope. Only in God. Let's have the courage to think life in terms of only in God. And that's the thought for today. And Lord willing, we'll see you tonight. Again, hit the subscription button, subscribe button, and go get the video automatically. But tonight we'll be talking about the second half of the Psalm, where David warns us not to trust in things and institutions. You have a great day. Thanks so much for being here. Bye-bye.